Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel, and so glad you stopped by. And if you are brand new here, allow me to say welcome. Grab a seat, please. Stay a while. And as long as you're here, do me a couple favors. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to ring that notification bell and make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button, and before you head out, drop a comment. And if you're of the 810 plus regulars here, we're growing, folks. Welcome back for another round. As that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment, because we all know YouTube does love those comments. And of course, as always, share this video with your friends on all social media. Speaking of social media, my link to X and the link to that wonderfully fabulous Joker Voice merch store you can find down below in the description. Okay, so Summerslam is over, and the WWE has some new champions, and with that, new challenges, new challengers, and new stories to be told. Now, this past episode of Monday Night Raw seems like a bit of a reset for a lot of the champions on that brand, and along with some of the surprise returns from SummerSlam, Monday Night Raw, and Friday Night SmackDown have had some much needed life been re-injected into those rosters. So let's take a look at who is a potential immediate challenge and possibly the long-term challenge to the current champions, the WWE.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now, for the sake of this video, we're only going to be talking about the singles champions, because frankly, the WWE doesn't care about tag team wrestling, and neither do I. That being said, let's start with the obvious one. You saw the thumbnail, and that is the new WWE Interim Women's Champion, Chelsea Green. This was a nice moment for Chelsea, her hard work paying off. Finally, you get to see the emotion on her face, and it was a great fuck you moment to Michael Hayes. But let's be honest, folks, this story with Chelsea Green ends in one place, and that is a unification match with the WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley, once Rhea returns to television. At that point, there will be one WWE Women's Undisputed Champion, and it's not going to be Chelsea Green.
Duh.
Now let's move over to Raw with the greatest Women's World Champion of all time, Liv Morgan. After defeating Io Sky at SummerSlam, the top of the women's division on Monday night is, let's be honest, it is thin, folks. It is really thin. So are we looking at another 100+ days without a challenger to Liv Morgan? Well, no, because this past Monday on Raw gave Liv Morgan not one, but two challengers, as both Becky Lynch and Stephanie Vaquer have returned to television. This was a great segment. Exciting stuff here, folks. But I know I'm looking at October 10th in New Orleans with someone climbing a ladder and grabbing that Money in the Bank briefcase, and that is going to be the potential biggest threat to Liv Morgan.
Spicy.
So what do you say we stay with the women and just move over into the mid-card? And while we're there, let's just stay with the Judgment Day, as Big Mommy Cool, Raquel Rodriguez, is the current Women's Intercontinental Champion. Now, in a commercial break on Raw, Lyra Valkyria called out the new champion. However, heel versus heel, not really seeing it. Bailey may be in the mix. I don't know. They may call someone up from NXT. But I got to say, honestly saying, all I see is that title finding its way back to the former champion, Sol Ruca.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, rounding out the women's mid card, let's move over to SmackDown and the current Women's United States Champion, Tiffany Stratton. Looking at that roster, options are not a lot because of the booking of WWE. I mean, Jordan Grace, where is she? Julia, that's a lost cause at this point, as much as it pains me to say that. BFAB, Meechin, please, dear God, no. It looks like when or if this woman ever gets a match on television, the obvious challenger for Tiffany Stratton is the glamour, Blake Monroe.
Oh my God. Yes.
Now, quite the contrary, staying in the mid card, if we look at both Raw and SmackDown, the mid card for the men's talent, it's exciting. It is excellent over there. Let's take a look at Raw and the new Intercontinental Champion, Chad Gable. I mean, the list of opponents he's got in there, Javon Evans, the former champion Penta, obviously. You can go with the guys from the New Day, possibly. The return of Big Cass has a nice element in there. Dragon Lee, etc., etc. I'm going to stick to my guns, though, on this one and say that the biggest threat to Chad Gable is all ego Ethan Page. And just like Raw, as I said, SmackDown has a new mid-card champion, and that is the Nomad Baron Corbin. Also, like Raw, there is a myriad of talent for this new champion to play with. I can see Trick Williams kind of hanging around there as the top of the card is a little stacked at the moment, but you've also got people like Matt Cardona, Ricky Saints, Ray Phoenix, the returning of Ilya Dragunov at some point. A lot of talent there to work with. But right after SummerSlam, somebody took to social media and is calling out his shot, and that is a former United States champion, Carmelo Hayes. Let's be honest, folks. The best part about this is no matter who wins in that feud, we're not going to be seeing the fuzzy belt ever again.
I'm just saying.
So let's just wrap up SmackDown here and go with the top prize of that brand, the WWE Undisputed Championship, and its champion, the Second City Saint, CM Punk. Now, talk about a stacked top of a roster here. I mean, just listen to some of these names here. You got your champion, CM Punk. You've got Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Gunther, Finn Balor. This past Saturday, we got the return of the Viper, Randy Orton. At some point, Drew McIntyre is due back to return to TV. But me personally, I cannot wait for this program to happen with CM Punk and his new challenger, who also returned to television on Sunday, the new #1 contender, Kevin Owens. Finally, that brings us to the World Heavyweight Championship and the champion, the OTC, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Now, having closed the book on the Shield and Seth Rollins, Roman needs a next challenge. And it looks like LA Knight has stepped up and is calling his shot. This may happen at Money in the Bank. That's kind of what the promo was leading me to. Admittedly, Raw's top of the ticket is kind of thin, and frankly, it would not surprise me if someone like a Drew McIntyre, when he does return to television, instead of going to SmackDown, just moves over to Raw. But that's not going to matter, and nothing is going to matter who the WWE puts in front of Roman for the immediate future, because we all know where all roads lead. We all know the collision course. We all know where this is headed.
Your ruler has arrived.
But These are just my thoughts. Let me know yours down below in the comments. And be sure to tune in tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on this channel, where me and the guys will talk about this and a whole lot more. Talking about Wednesday night is overbooked. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. And I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you had a great week. Have a wonderful rest of the week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Until next time.